Hi everyone, welcome to this new video tutorial series. It's about integrating PuppetMaster with other third-person controllers. And first we're going to start with the one in the standard assets. In here we have just Ethan dude running around. So we're going to see how difficult it is to make it work with PuppetMaster. So first, we need to make it a ragdoll. It doesn't have any colliders or rigid bodies. So add pipette ragdoll creator. Click on create a ragdoll. And you see that we already have the ragdoll components. There are some problems with bone orientations on that character, but I think we're gonna get it working. So now let's add PuppetMaster and click on Setup PuppetMaster. And let's try playing the scene. So actually PuppetMaster is already working here, but there is a problem. The Ethan dude is constantly crouching. That is because the third-person character script here doesn't know that colliders have been added to the bones, and its raycasting functions hit those colliders. So we just need to open the script. We add layer mask, ground layers, and then we're going to find all the ray casting and sphere casting functions, and we're going to just add the ground layers as the last parameter. Now we have the ground layers here. We see which one is the ground is on default layer, so let's add default here and play the scene. So now the character controller is actually working as expected. We have lost contact with the camera. That is because when I set up PuppetMaster, it makes a duplicate of the character, and the duplicate will be used as the target. So actually all the references, for example here in the camera, that were referring to the character controller, they need to be changed because now the target is the PuppetMaster. So just do this, and now we have the camera back. Also, we need to set up at update mode to animate physics. So basically when I play the scene, we have this Ethan character and it's already set up with PuppetMaster. You see that his feet are colliding with the ground here. And when I unpin the PuppetMaster, just set muscle spring to something less, the character will fall over. So that's basically how PuppetMaster works. But what if we need to add all the puppet behaviors and fall behaviors like in the demos? So just save this scene for a minute. Now we go to Puppet Extended. It's one of the demo scenes. And just make a prefab out of this character here. Go back to the scene. Then we can drop in the prefab and just borrow its puppet behaviors. So take fall and puppet and just reparent them to the Ethan. Just delete this. So those behaviors have been designed so that you would be able to just move them from one character to another, they should not contain any references to the character. First, go to the puppet behavior, then we need to assign the layers again. The ground layer is default, and the collision layers, let's set it to, for example, water. So the same in fall, when the character is falling, then the layers that you want it to treat as ground layers, let's set it to default. Now, when we add those behaviors, we also need to go to the animator and add some animations to the animator controller that are required by the behaviors. So again, we can go to the one of the demo animator controllers. It was humanoid third-person puppet. So here you see behavior puppet and behavior fall. They are sub-state machines, so they contain some animations. So just copy them, go to your own character controller and paste. Now also make a transition from behavior puppet to the default state. That transition will be played when the puppet gets up from the ground, and so it will transition from get up animation to the grounded animation. Let's also add something that the character will be able to collide with. Just set the layer to whatever we set to the collision layers in the behavior puppet. So we're going to use water. I'm going to change the material so we know that it's the one that will try to unpin the puppet. Just make it prototype. Yeah. One more thing. Those puppets here, the collision resistance values, they also depend on the weights of the rigid bodies in the ragdoll. So the demo character I had was a bit heavier, so I go and add ragdoll editor, set mass multiplier to 10 and click on multiply. Now let's try playing the scene. When I run against that cube here, nothing happens because the character controller is colliding with it. So it will not let the rigid bodies into contact. So just go to project settings, physics, and disable character versus water. So basically now that box is able to unpin my character. Now there's one more thing that we need to do. Let's go to the third person character script again and make a reference to the behavior puppet. We need to have using root motion dynamics public behavior puppet. Now we need to make sure that when the puppet is unpinned, then the third person character controller would not be able to rotate the character, because when it's getting up and it's rotating, then it will not look very nice. So just assign this puppet here. And in this character controller, it's a bit different obviously with all character controllers. We have here apply extra turn rotation. So in here we can add if puppet state is not Puppet, so we have three states here. Get up is when the puppet is getting up. Puppet is the normal when he's running around and stuff, and unpinned is when the puppet has lost balance. So if the puppet state is not normal, then return, do nothing, do not rotate the character. So now we are able to run around, and actually when I run against this cube here, it will lose balance and get up, exactly as in the Puppet extended demo scene. Now just to show you something cool, let's go to the character and add, if you have final IK, you can add full body biped IK, and you can add grounder full body biped. So set layers to ground default. And basically we have foot placement correction working here. So that's it for the standard assets third-person character controller. In the next video I'm gonna show another controller, so stay tuned.